This Road Dirt presentation is brought to you by Law Tigers, motorcycle lawyers. Find them at lawtigers.com. On this episode of Road Dirt, Rob and Phil travel to Daytona Beach Bike Week and ride the 2024 Harley Davidson Road Glide and Street Glide. Stay tuned.
Hey, this is Rob with Road Dirt, and Phil and I are down in Daytona Beach for Bike Week 2024. We're actually a little bit north of Flagler Beach right now. We've been riding these pair of Harley Davidson 2024 models, the Road Glide and the Street Glide models, brand new ones, and we've been out riding them. We're actually in Washington Park, State Park, a little bit north of Flagler Beach. We've been riding these up and down the coast and just enjoying these motorcycles and a beautiful spring day here at the rally. Downtown has been loud, packed, and crazy. Up here though, and what a perfect place to ride a couple of big luxury cruisers all the way up and in through parks like this. These are ideal for it. They're both run for 2024. They're both running the 117 engine, and it's interesting talking with the people at Harley Davidson. They've completely remodeled the tanks, the fairings on these, the fenders front and rear. A lot of what used to be options for like the CVO models and things like that are actually stock now in the 2024 models. And we've been out riding them and look forward to riding some more. So let's carry on. So for 2024, the CVO line has been completely remodeled. I mean, the tank shape is different, the fairing is different, completely new software suite, all accessible, through the menu over here. A lot of changes that they've made just from 2023 into 2024. A lot of what they did on special editions in 2023, they put into the ST and incorporated them in other models, and then this is a completely new model this year. Jimmy Buffett A1A. Let's take a stroll down Main Street, where all the Daytona action happens. Welcome to Bike Week. So much has been redesigned in these 2024 models. The fairings are more aerodynamic
aerodynamic, enhance rider comfort a bit more. Split stream vent openings on the street specifically, as well as lowers on the road glide. Just a much more sculpted silhouette, fully integrated LED lighting in the front and the rear. They just look absolutely phenomenal. The tanks have been reshaped as well, completely new design for the tanks of these. Never seen this particular shape and look on Harley Davidsons before. Really efficient and clean lines. These bikes are absolutely beautiful. These Harleys are also running the new Milwaukee 8 117 V-twin. More displacement, more torque, more horsepower. They've redesigned the liquid cooling of the cylinder heads so that they actually apparently run more efficiently and run cooler. We noticed when we were out riding that these were some of the first Harleys we've ridden in years that you really don't feel a tremendous amount of engine heat on your legs at a standstill in lights or out on the road. They've done a great job with it.
South of Daytona Beach, strolling through the residentials now. Still beachfront. There's so much development you can't see the beach. I love how they've, on both models, they've fully integrated tail lights, LED lighting. Actually, the signals front and rear fully integrated into the fairings and the bags here in the back and fairings in the front. Gorgeous job with these. So streamlined. One of the things that's new for these models too is this large infotainment center. I mean, this thing is bigger than an iPad, and they've added a lot of new features that are easily accessible. You can tell what we've been listening to. Local adult rock station here. Yacht rock at the beach. But they're all accessible down here through the menu. You can get into the menu, and if you look back up here on the screen, you can access ride modes, different types of engine settings for everything from traction control to engine braking, local radio stations, or pair your bike to it, different other information, within the machine, just how engine function, engine heat, things like that. So lots of options. So pick your poison. What do you want, a shark or a bat? They're both amazing.
I must say, in riding both bikes across a day and a half, about 150 or so miles we put on both of them, I really preferred the bar reach and the seating position of the Street Glide. The Road Glide has those mini apes. I think they're like 12-inch bars, and those were really well suited to Phil, being much taller than I am. At 5'8", the Street Glide just fit me like a glove. I really enjoyed it. It was very comfortable in its riding position. The seat wasn't too harsh. Everything was nice and comfortable, and the bar reach was really perfect for my size. So, two bikes for two different sides of riders.
So here we are back at my friend Dave and Deborah's place after a day in the saddle. We've had the Harley Davidson Road Glide and Street Glide out all day long, and courtesy of Harley Davidson. And been quite a day, but I tell you what, after riding, I don't know, man, it felt like I think we actually did maybe about 150 miles on the bikes today. It's good to be back here. It's where it's nice and quiet, off in the woods where Dave and Deborah live. Really a little bit northeast of Daytona, outside of Bunnell. And it's been quite a day on the bikes. So, it's been quite a contrast as we're riding these two 2024 models. A lot of things have changed with them. A lot of new features that were options before that are now on these models. And it's a good contrast for Phil and I, because Phil's a lot larger. He's about 6'2". I'm all of 5'8" when I stand up straight. And I think he preferred the Road Glide, because the handlebars on the Road Glide, as you can see right there, are a lot taller. And I preferred the lower bars on the Street Glide, which is more to my liking, more to my size. But both of them running the 117 mil, that is a torque monster of an engine. I mean, it's amazing. Shifts solid all through all six gears. I think in both of them, the sixth gear serves as an overdrive. And man, just incredible beast of bike. We got out on some open roads where it was less crowded and just hammered them up, close to the triple digits. And I think at one point, I shifted into sixth gear at like 90 miles an hour. And I was kind of surprised to see how high I had gotten before I finally shifted. And, but man, they are absolute monsters out on the road. And yet just cruising through, some of the state parks and Tomoka Loop and things like that, where you're just loping along, enjoying a cruise. Man, they just hum along and just eat the miles, and good relaxing ride, and yet you can hammer them and they will, they'll put the spurs to the pony for sure. So we've enjoyed our day with them. So we're going to give them a break. We're going to take a little break, and we'll ride a little bit more in the morning before we turn them back into Harley at the Daytona Speedway.
Harley has put the Road Glide and the Street Glide on a diet, apparently, because they're both just under 20 pounds lighter than previous editions. The 117 in both the Street Glide and the Road Glide makes about 130 foot-pounds of torque. Horsepower output, from what we understand, is 105, and they actually get pretty good gas mileage. They'll get about 44 to 46 miles per gallon, and with that large tank, you got long legs on these. These are great tourers. These were the perfect bikes for touring Daytona Beach Bike Week. Around town and out on the coastals, A1A, and riding through some of these, tropical forests. Just the perfect motorcycle for this kind of riding.
So there you have it, the 2024 Harley Davidson Street Glide, and then the Road Glide they've got around the corner over here. Checking it back in. We've just turned them back in this morning outside of the Daytona International Speedway, which we'll be heading into in a couple of minutes to get our press credentials and get ready for the Moto America King of the Baggers race and the Daytona 200. Not after a couple of good days though on these 2024 Harley Davidson cruiser models. I tell you, one thing I really, really love about these bikes is that 117 motor. Man, just a torque monster of a bike, but it's got great manners for just around town, slow cruising, or you get out on the interstate and it will just haul butt, man. It's an incredible machine and just a luxury cruiser. Even their base models, just fantastic motorcycles that shift well. They're geared just perfectly for a good power band spread in each gear. Gosh, man, I really haven't been on a cruiser in a number of years as far as owning one myself. And yet, man, I tell you what, riding this, it's just the epitome of luxury cruising. And I tell you what, down here for Daytona Bike Week, where 99% of the motorcycles that we've seen, are Harley Davidsons everywhere, the rumors of Harley's demise are greatly exaggerated, to loosely quote Mark Twain. And we want to thank, here he is, my friend. I want to thank Paul James and Matt Swedlin for letting us, loaning us these bikes for a couple of days. They are absolutely remarkable. You guys have done a great job with these models, and we absolutely love them. I'm tempted to get back into cruisers. That's for sure.
Yes, we love to hear that.
Yeah, absolutely. So we appreciate you guys. But as we wrap up our review of these magnificent motorcycles, on behalf of Rob and Phil, who's back over here somewhere, we want to encourage you to ride life. Hey, you can also find Harley Davidson, more on these models at harley-davidson.com. And also check us out on our media channels. We've got Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Look for us at Road Dirt TV. Our main media site is roaddirt.tv. That's where all of our writers and contributors all pitch in with stories from the open road, what we call #RideLife. We've got a Spotify music playlist, about 25 hours worth or so of just tunes to cruise to and to wrench on your bikes to, whatever. And also a weekly podcast. Check us out there on Spotify, Anchor, Apple, all the different platforms for podcasts. You can find us there as well. So enjoy your day. This is Rob from Daytona Bike Week. Ride life.